So I was out at a Muscle Car Masters, and I was actually asked to drive a friend's car. He had a bad leg, and he's got a lovely L34 Tirana, and he was kind of entered into I think it was the Master Blast session or something, and he'd kind of rang me up and he said, look, I've seen you drive your Tirana, and I actually want you to drive my Tirana around Eastern Creek. And I thought, wow, this is my first kind of hired driver kind of gig. Oh, and I felt really quite chuffed with myself, kind of turning up with my race suit and my helmet in hand, and there's a car there ready and waiting for me. So I was kind of a little bit, ego was a bit unstoppable that day. But I had a really good time, lovely gentleman. We took it easy, obviously circulated, did some laps, had a lot of fun. But it was there that I spotted this car. The hatchback, I used to turn up at a race meeting, I was like, I can't believe you're racing this, And I used to like the fact that the car used to get a lot of attention, a lot of photos, and I thought, Stick It Up VK doesn't get that same attention. Until I saw this and I thought, hang on, VL, Walkinshaw, a lot of genuine Group A parts on it. I thought, you know what, it's side pipes. I thought, this ticks all the boxes. And a guy had, there was a little for sale sign on it, and I thought, ooh, this must probably be out of my reach. But I'll go and talk to him anyway, let's see what it's worth. And I got talking to the previous owner, and the car was running, it was there, but there was still quite a few things to be sorted on the car. So I guess you could call it maybe an 80, 90%, almost completed project. And anyway, I got his number, kind of parted ways, but then we started talking over the next few weeks, and believe it or not, I decided then and there that I want the car, I want to buy it. So I pretty much said to the previous owner, I want to buy it. Took him another 3 months till I actually got the car off him. So he had lots of things going on in his life, and by the time we got our stuff sorted, 3 months later we bought the car, and then the journey began. Obviously the car needed a lot of sorting. There was a lot of pain and suffering around getting that car race ready. I mean, I can't tell you how many sessions I went to where I did one lap, back on the trailer. Something wrong, computer, the this, the that. There was always something. And that's part of the learning process. I'm glad it actually happened because it brought me closer to the car. I understand that car inside out now. And I guess it was a worthwhile process. From around about 2002, when they opened up Western Sydney Dragway, I had an alcohol Camaro, kind of ran a season with that. Did quite well, and kind of got bored of it, moved it on. That's when I bought the Camaro you see out the back, the 70 split bumper. The whole goal of that car was to, I guess, drive to the track, run a good time, and be able to drive it home. Do a bit of bracket racing at the same time. So that's still I'm embarrassed to say that's still a work in progress. It's 10 years now. But look, there's been other things that have kind of captured my imagination, and that's been circuit racing. Around about 30, I got back into it again, and the first main one was, I guess, an LC Tirana with a little Chevy in it, 9-inch, auto, Storley, kind of all engineered, and that great little street car, lots of fun to drive. That was kind of when I got back into it again. From there, I actually sold out to buy this Falcon. I realised with family, kids kind of growing up, the Tirana was a bit small, limited potential, I guess. I always did want a GT, and this was kind of before the boom kind of really kicked off, and I got an opportunity to buy a car in a pretty poor state, XW69 GT. I grabbed it, so I sold the Tirana to grab that, and then the resto work started. So the resto took me quite a few years. It was kind of a bit of what they call a rolling resto. Start with an engine, then kind of take it off, do a paint job, then kind of not happy with the interior, then do the interior. So it just was kind of I kept driving the car during that time, and I guess I've had that all along. I still got it now, but a couple of cars have kind of come and gone in between then.